I believe there. I see trap get beat. Oh! My goodness!
She smashed the glass on her head.
I saw trap get beat.
Pride really does come before a fall, doesn't it? It's the kind of overblown ego that makes you cringe so hard you might sprain something. Let's take a stroll through the Hall of Shame and talk about these cocky girls who thought they owned the spotlight, only to end up in a one-way collision with karma. It's brutal, hilarious, and oh so satisfying. First on the chopping block, Taylor Starling. Nicknamed Cabe, because apparently one bad nickname wasn't enough, she showed up at the BKFC Women's World Flyweight Championship with a swagger that could sink ships.
KFC Women's World Flyweight Championship!
Before the fight even began, she made a clown move by grabbing her opponent's belt. Yes, because nothing screams professional athlete like a playground-style snatch and run. And how did the fight go, you ask? Let's just say karma didn't waste any time. In the very first round, Faria hit her with punches so devastating that Taylor started crying to her coach on live TV.
She quit, I think.
Imagine the audacity of trash talking, snatching belts, and then sobbing, "I can't do it anymore." Taylor's entire performance was like a cautionary tale. Don't let your mouth write checks your fists can't cash. The only thing she fought for that night was the fastest route out of the ring.
She said, I can't do it. Big right hand, and now that is the surrender.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Next up, Claressa Shields, a two-time Olympic gold medalist with talent, no doubt. But humility, nowhere to be found. Shields took trash talk to new heights when she claimed she could beat fighters like Keith Thurman and Triple G. Yes, you heard that right. Triple freaking G. The man whose punches could probably knock out a brick wall. Shields' reasoning?
I think I can beat up Keith Thurman.
Really?
I really do. I think I can beat up Keith Thurman, even though, they like, oh, he beat Sean Porter. I think I can beat Sean Porter too.
Swarming Chavez along the ropes.
Skill-wise and just strength-wise. I think that they may be stronger than me, but their boxing abilities isn't like mine. Triple G, he's older now, but I can give Triple G a run for his money.
And a right hand over the top. That hook landed, and down goes Holmes.
What is boxing? Boxing is a sweet science. It's not about strength.
She spars with men and busts their noses. Girl, stop. You're not stepping into the ring with Triple G and walking out with anything but a stretcher ride. Even her sparring stories fall apart faster than Jake Paul's credibility. Claressa might be a champ, but her delusion is boxing in an entirely different weight class.
Yes. Oh!
And I drop men, I bust men nose, I beat men apart.
Let's not forget Fallon Fox, whose entire career is one big "are you serious" moment. A transgender MMA fighter, Fox claimed no physical advantage over her female opponents. The world, however, disagreed.
Casing, Fallon Fox, right there inside the guard.
Her early fights weren't just wins, they were borderline massacres, sparking outrage and controversy at every turn.
Some people believe I have an automatic advantage over other female MMA fighters. So they think that, she has to be stronger because she used to be.
But then came Ashley Evans Smith, the equalizer. Ashley stepped into the octagon with a mission and unleashed ground and pound so relentless it forced Fox to tap out. And oh, the crowd loved it. Not just because it was a win, but because it was a reality check that the division desperately needed. Fox's dominance ended not with a bang, but with a satisfying thud as the truth came crashing down.
Right hand of Ashley Evans Smith. She locks onto a single leg of Fallon. Gets Fallon on her back, drills some ground and pound. Side control, cuts the hip in. He's got one hook in, and the crowd is rallying for Ashley Evans Smith. Ashley's been here before, pounding away to the face of Fox. Fox with nowhere to go. Ashley Evans Smith unloaded, and good night, Irene.
Oh, she gonna respect me.
And finally, we have Savannah Marshall versus Big Mama. Big Mama, what a name, right? She strutted into the fight, calling Savannah nothing more than a pit stop on her road to greatness.
When I win against Savannah Marshall. Welcome to my world, Savannah.
Let's see.
I'm going to take you into the darkness. I'm going to take you into the deep waters. I'm going to show you what it means to be a winner. I'm going to show you what it means to be a winner. I'll give it to you. If you beat me, all hats to you. I'm happy because you know what? I touched the soul and made them better. But it's not going to happen. I didn't come to play. I didn't come to be friends. I came to kick straight like that.
She bragged about her heavy punches, her greatness, her inevitable victory. Basically, she gave a TED Talk on why she was untouchable.
Keep her composure. She's going to try and make Savannah Marshall panic. That's what she tries to do, make you panic and break your will.
Then Savannah Marshall stepped in and gave her a masterclass on why you should let your fists, not your mouth, do the talking. Big Mama ate punch after punch, each one dismantling her ego a little more. By the time Savannah was done with her, the only thing Big Mama was dragging into the darkness was her shattered pride.
That's the range Savannah Marshall wants this fight to be at. Long range, got the long lead. Who lands what? And in terms of clean punches...
Note to self, if you spend more time on trash talk than training, don't be surprised when the ring becomes your personal humiliation stage.
Landed. It doesn't matter whether they're technically perfect.
Sheila Gaff, the undisputed queen of cheap shots and questionable tactics, might just take the gold medal for pulling off one of the dirtiest moves in combat sports history. In 2012, during her fight against Jennifer Maya, Gaff decided to redefine sportsmanship, or rather, shred it into pieces. Instead of a respectful pre-fight fist bump, she turned it into a sneaky sucker punch. Classy, right?
It's a very traditional Thai boxing kind of stance. We know that the pace comes straight away from Sheila Gaff, and
That was so aggressive. And she's out. She is out.
For a hot second, it looked like her underhanded move worked. Her relentless aggression overwhelmed Maya, and for a brief moment, Gaff probably thought she was the smartest person in the room. But guess what? Karma doesn't play favorites, and it certainly doesn't let dirty fighters off the hook. Fast forward, and enter Ariana Lipski, aka the Queen of Violence. Lipski didn't just avenge Maya's loss. She served up a cold, calculated dish of retribution. In their fight, Lipski handed Gaff one of the most brutal knockouts ever witnessed. A flawless masterpiece of karma in action.
Does kick, time it so that she punches simultaneously, because if she runs in...
Well, there's the big right hand through the ground and pound. It's a knockdown! And there it is, it's all over!
And then there's Kamila Smogula, who had the audacity to call herself Zusi. The arrogance of this one could power an entire city. Smogula prided herself on belittling smaller opponents, strutting around as if she were the second coming of Muhammad Ali. Before her fight with Kamila Bronick, she took things to an absurd level, mocking her opponent's height and calling her weak and insignificant. Big words for someone about to get a masterclass in humility. The match? Oh, it wasn't just a loss for Zusi, it was an annihilation. Bronick dominated every round, turning the fight into a public humiliation spectacle.
Oj, teraz będzie parter. Dobrze, broń Zusi, jest wyhaczona. Inteligentnie. Na razie nie dzieje się jej dużo, czy nie? Teraz dostaje dużo ciosów. Sędzia może teraz przy wielkiej umiejętności. To nie były górnolotne opinie. Koniec! Koniec!
And the best part? Bronick celebrated her victory by mocking Zusi right back, giving the audience exactly what they came for. Zusi's nickname now feels like an inside joke. She's about as godlike as a soggy cardboard box. Karma level, a humiliating 8 out of 10.
Kamiszka wybrańczyk!
Next up, Sofia Genova, the reigning champion of childish pre-fight drama. This one decided to ditch any semblance of professionalism and go full kindergarten. During the weigh-ins, Sofia thought it would be a genius move to throw dog food at her opponent, Siana Shakova, while calling her an animal. Dog food. Really? For a professional fighter, she sure has the creativity of a 5-year-old with a grudge. Unsurprisingly, This pathetic stunt backfired in the most spectacular way. Once the fight began, Sienna didn't just beat Sophia, she dismantled her. Every punch, kick, and takedown landed with surgical precision. Meanwhile, Sophia spent most of her time flailing around like a fish out of water. By the end, she was crying, a broken shell of the loudmouth who showed up at the weigh-ins. Karma didn't just knock her down, it dragged her through the mud, threw her in reverse, and backed over her for good measure. Karma level, an immaculate 10 out of 10. And we can't forget the drama that unfolded around Emily Brooks' sister.
And I don't think she knows what's coming for her. I really don't. I'm going to finish this fight.
Any last words for Emily?
I've been meaning all day. I'm ready for you. I'm ready. I'm so hungry to smash your chin. You're on the floor, mate.
In what can only be described as pre-fight madness, her opponent decided to settle her nerves by smashing a glass bottle over her head. Yes, you heard that right. A glass bottle. What is this? A bar fight in a bad action movie? But Emily's sister wasn't about to stoop to that level. She waited until the fight to deliver her own brand of justice. And guys, did she deliver? Her punishing blows left her opponent not just defeated, but utterly destroyed, both physically and emotionally. It was the kind of comeback that makes you want to throw your popcorn in the air and cheer. The Brook family doesn't just settle scores, they serve up justice with flair. Karma level, a well-deserved 9 out of 10. Here's the thing about arrogance in combat sports. It's like juggling knives. It might look flashy, but one wrong move, and you're the one bleeding. Every single one of these fighters learned the hard way that trash talk and dirty tricks will only take you so far. Whether it's mocking opponents, pulling cheap stunts, or treating the sport like their personal stage for drama, they all ended up paying the price in the most humiliating ways possible.